Okay, somebody asked me what did I make from the scrapyard finds. So I made this pinch block like this, and then I made this. This is also for pinch, like so that you can do this, and you can put weights here. So I made this so that I can train the next goal post on the pinch, which is doing this with two 20 kilo plates, meaning two 45-pound plates. And I made this so that it would be easier for me to train this pinch thing with this, so I can use this with the easy, this kind of loading pin system. And then when I wanna try the plates, I use this because the texture here might be a little bit different than this. Like this is a little bit more smooth than the plates are. So if I wanna have an accurate estimate, can I do the 20 kilo plate thing? I will try this first. And when I get comfortably with this 40 kilos, then I can move on to the trying with these big plates. And this I can use as an everyday tool and until I get strong enough to start trying it with this one. And this, as you can see, this is pretty simple. So what I did, I just bought this tube or whatever this is, shape profile piece, and then you might see inside there is just a bolt, and like that. These are called eye nuts, and this is just a bolt and a couple of nuts there. And these are the tools I like to use when I drill holes to metal. Don't know what the names of these are, but I bet you can find them when you Google stuff. And I think you need some kind of this kind of drill. This is meant for this kind of metal drilling, but I think you can get away with just a regular drill also. But the point with this is that you don't want it to spin so fast, because you don't want this to heat up. All right, that's the trick with the metal drilling, that you would want it to be strong and slow, the spinning motion, and not fast and weak. And these kind of drills allow it. Don't know what the name of these, but they apparently have some kind of metal drills. Easy solution, and these are way better than than these ones. Like these will break so easily. These, because they have this kind of profile that they get thicker and thicker and thicker, they are very strong. And if you are gonna buy these ones, I recommend that you buy these tungsten tip plates. They might be a little bit more expensive, but they are the regular ones, which are not hardened or whatever. You will break them so often that it's garbage. Especially if you're using a hand drill, which means that the drilling will not be that stable. Obviously, if you have those machines which are mounted and go in the rails, then you might get away with cheaper drill bits. But these are pretty nice because, as you can see, you can you can drill whatever sizes with them. You know, here it reads what sizes. And then the other one, there are more sizes. You know, and regarding this one, you know, obviously when I would use it, I would put another lock here and here so that the blades cannot get away. But to just so this is just a pipe, just the aluminium pipe, which is 50 millimeters, which then means that it goes here. And why I wanted it to be aluminium is, let me show the benefit of this. Like it's just 361 grams. Like if this would be metal, it would weigh a lot, which would mean the calculating how much weight I have on this would be a little bit more complicated because would have to factor in this. But now, because it's aluminium, it's so light that I can just consider it weighing nothing. So I can just count the plates and say that that's the weight. All right. So if you want to make this kind of pinch block, this is how easy it is. Nothing more complicated than that. If I had a shorter bolt, I wouldn't have to make that nothing. But I wanted it to not stick out here, so that's why a little bit more stuff. And also one thing here. Okay, one more point about these eye nuts. Note that these kind of eye nuts are very inexpensive. This is 12 millimeters, like these both are, made for 12 millimeters, but obviously you can whatever. But they are whatever, but I have found that they are very nice, the 12 millimeter things. Just keep everything the same, so I don't have to think about what is what size. Like they go into these. This is also 12 millimeter rod, and these also fit to this. You know, but there is one thing you should keep in mind when you go buy these eye nuts, which is that there are two types of eye nuts. Like yes, these are both 12 millimeters, meaning this hole is meant for 12 millimeter bolt, but as you can see, the other one is smoother, and also the other one is also a little bit thicker, meaning that this cheaper one is thicker than this smooth one. And what it means is that these carabiners, these one which are the maybe most inexpensive carabiners, they don't actually go that easy to this one, as you can see. Like, let me demonstrate. As you can see, this does not want to go there. It's a little bit too thick to put this carabiner on it, but it does go to this one. You know? So you should consider it that if you go with these inexpensive ones, you need to go with these little bit more expensive carabiners. You know, so that they actually go into this one. So that's something to consider when you choose which one you go with. And these are also more available in places. And these are not so easy to find. Like these are usually sold in places where they sell sailing equipment, because this is meant for ships. You know, if you have some kind of sailboat or something, for some reason these are meant for that. Maybe because they are smooth, like they are very smooth. You cannot find very much anything which would stick out, whereas these ones, as you can see, these are a little bit more rugged. You know, like if you would put some kind of rope here, this would be very nice for that purpose. You know, so that's why they are gonna made better. But if you, the price is that this is eight times as much, or maybe this is 4 times as much as this one. Like this might cost 2.5 euros, dollars, and this might cost $8 or $10. One of these. So, but I think that if you have the money, you should go with these ones. Meaning that if you just find a place that sells these, take into consideration that these also exist. And you might want to find these, because these makes life easier, because you can just use these everyday carabiners on them. You know? Yes, you in this kind of training that I'm using, like it doesn't have any other benefit, like the smoothness of it. It's just aesthetics. Do you like it? But the benefit, actual benefit, is that you can use these ones. Like you might already have a lot of these if you have a home gym. So with these ones, you can also use them, but not with these ones. Cannot put this on this one. You know, you have to buy different size carabiners. All right, so that's what I have been doing. I made this pinch block, and I have other things also, but these are the ones which I made already. You know. Okay, that's all. That's what I have been doing. Bye.